keeping with trying to have everything be as real as it can possibly be in a movie, I felt that we wanted to have naturalistic acting as much as possible.
I felt
sort of an understated, non-hysterical approach to the whole thing.
Cut. Very nice.
I love Jodie. Working with her was wonderful. She's humble and down to earth, and she's funny and really, really smart, and she's fearless. She's not afraid of going to the dangerous places, emotionally speaking, inside of herself.
Last night, I walked through the city, and he was with me. He was there.
Was Judy dead?
No.
No.
No. She was waiting for me at home.
She was happy to see you.
She said she couldn't sleep. I lay down in her bed with her until she closed her eyes.
Cut. Good.
There is no one better than Jodie Foster to be our protagonist and star. The reason she is so great is that she engenders empathy.
Hi, honey.
You really care about
Mommy.
what she cares about.
Julia!
Her relationship to the camera is amazing.
Shake it.
The camera a lot in this movie, and it's a natural thing for her.
Yeah, totally.
Her relationship to the camera, how she moves to the camera, it's so organic and nothing's too much.
I'm going to put all our stuff on here. Go ahead, put your bag on there. All right, good job. All right, let's walk through. Wait for Mom on the other side.
Julie is played by Marlene Lawston.
Let's keep going.
She's 6 years old. She had never done a feature.
What's your name?
Marlene.
What's your last name?
Lawston.
And how old are you?
6.
We sort of taught her the tools of acting. And she took to that magnificently.
Mommy, I don't want to go out there.
It's okay, honey, I promise.
I don't want to go out there. I'm scared.
What if I hit you? Now, would that be okay? Like on my shoulder or under my coat?
The whole way?
Yeah, the whole way.
Does it close now? What happens when you close it? So it really doesn't close. I can see it.
Peter Sarsgaard is our air marshal. Gene Carson. I like Peter so much. I think we both have the same approach, which is really to not pay any attention to anything until the camera's rolling.
Action.
Peter is a remarkably understated actor. He does more without talking than any actor I've ever been around.
Let's do one more.
He's fun to write for in that way because you can use a lot less words and you can get the same point or a better point across.
I feel like in life we get a lot of information from something that is not language. It's a different kind of language.
Part of the reason why I really loved Peter for the role is he's a master of the slow boil. To me, he's a guy who, in a heartbeat, become a snake uncoiling.
What's your point? She made it to the hold.
My point is maybe we picked wrong.
Maybe I picked wrong.
Very good.
Not being able to identify Peter as the villain until very late in the movie allows us to also perhaps aim the audience's attention at characters like our Captain Rich.
Miss Pratt, there is no conceivable way a child could have gained access to any of the posts.
They'll look at Sean the first time they see him and say, oh, I bet he's got something to do with this.
And when I first read it, I had no idea that it would end as it did. And, you know, there's so many twists and turns. And maybe that's a good thing if you think that I'm possibly going to turn out to be the bad guy.
The passenger manifest is inaccurate. We already established that.
Inaccurate.
You've got to search the holds now.
I'm sorry, Miss Pratt. I'm afraid I can't allow that.
God damn it, are you listening?
I've seen a lot of movies with Sean, and he seems to be typecast for a very specific kind of role.
Where is she? Where is she?
Dead, goddammit!
And when I met him, I was like, that makes no sense because he's such a sweet man. I think that's interesting to cast people against type and allow them to show that side of them.
She looks like you.
Yeah, she's got some of her dad in there, too.
I'm sorry.
Kate Bean plays Stephanie, who is actually the villainess in the movie. She must be both sympathetic and at the same time menacing.
Kate Bean?
There's another way of trying to distract the audience to pull them through the movie to really keep them second-guessing about what's going on.
Say it. Just say it.
Ma'am, I don't think she's here.
What are you talking about?
I looked at the manifest and she isn't on it.
We don't... Ma'am, we don't have any record of your daughter ever having been on board.
That idea of no one listening to you and that no matter where you turn, no one will heed your story. That's a really interesting thing to explore.
She is going to say something to someone.
She is going to sit until the plane is deported, and she's going to be quiet. You know why? Because I told her to. She trusts me. Now, do you?
She is putting things together, Jean. I can see it.
Mr. Carson? Captain would like you to call.
We have Eric Christensen, also in the film, who's delightful, who plays Fiona, one of the flight attendants.
I'm like 4.5. You know, on a good day, after a yoga class maybe.
One of the more supportive flight attendants of what's happening with Jodie's character as she's going through the movie.
Are you in the airline business?
What?
You seem to know aircraft design.
Yeah, I'm a propulsion engineer. I work for Elginair.
And a good emotional counterpoint to some of the stuff that Jodie's character is going through.
Do you have any kids?
Do nieces count?
Yeah, almost.
I try to be as helpful as I can because I'm just sympathetic to this woman.
Good set. Action.
Miss Pratt.
What's wrong? What's happening?
We're looking into something right now.
Look, who's she talking to?
We're trying to get to the bottom of this. Did something happen to her? Oh my God, she's hurt.
Cut. Yes.
I think the caliber of actors, Sean Bean, Erica Christensen, Peter Sarsgaard, Jodie Foster lends itself to a good film. And I'm sure it will keep people on the edge of their seat.